Greetings, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Yay, we might not be joined by my co-star, the air conditioner, today because it got down to 58 last night. 58, that is a fall preview. And so this morning, when I did my Twitch stream, there was no sign of the air conditioner. So hopefully it'll stay off for the next few hours, and we will be enjoying that. Now, in my Twitch stream this morning, one of my regulars in chat wanted the tours of the tree houses, and so we did a whole big thing like that. You can actually see that if you have Twitch. For a few days. Twitch doesn't stay up very long. It stays up probably about 10 days. And so, yeah, so that's where we're at. I'm actually going to, I know, but I don't like it. So we're going to take a banner and we're going to use it instead of the colony flag. Now, when when this is upgraded, the banner will go away, the colony flag will be back. But let's see what we can do. I actually like this one. And then we could try this one too. So let's see which one I like. Other than that, I've got this. I've got this thing where you can't see what this is, and so let's look at this. Nah, I don't want that. And oops, let's put that back, and let's put this one here. I hit the piece instead of hitting the banner, so I like that banner. These are the firefighter balloons. Hi. The firefighter balloons, and we're going to put the banners back here. Should have enough now. And take this way. And so we need to go back to Pitti. We are in Pitti. We need to go back to Arnaaluk and actually see, get some materials that we don't have here. And so that we can continue building. And we have our builders working on things right now. Before I go back, I'm actually going to show you the latest that Troy is working on. And actually, we should have done it this way. Let's come up here. I don't know that Cade has started, but I made a mistake when I put in one of these houses. I thought this house right here, this house was supposed to be one of these, which is the alternative guard tower house. And this is the house I wanted to use as dormitories. So Cade, you know what? I'm going to have to go to sleep. See, everyone's up. Everyone is up and very strange. So let's drop down here. I'm going to go to sleep for a minute and start the next day. When I just arrive, a lot of times they're just stopped in their tracks. And so it's better if I go to sleep, they wake up, and they continue on with their lives. It's almost like Rumpelstiltskin or something like that. That was probably, and that again, that I think that was Penelope and Riley. Penelope is our first firefighter, and Riley is a druid. She's the platform balloon druid now. Penelope was, but she is now a firefighter and running the firefighter balloon. And so now that I've done that, let's come around the corner here, and we'll go from here. So let's go up here and see if Cade has started building. He's asking for something. Hold on for a second. What are you asking for, Cade?
You are so wise.
Flattery will get you everywhere. He wants some things. Okay. I will work on those. I probably should have said that. It's not that much, actually, that he still needs. Yes. What's he working
What is it?
on? Uh-oh. Is this happening again? Hold on. Is this happening again? Let's look. So he's working on a residence. No, he's asking for things for the other. Let's do this. I will work on it, and let's come here and let's erase these things. Those are from when he was working on, he was supposed to be working on the fire balloon, but we need him to redo this dormitory that we put in wrong. And so I think he's going to it now. And let's see what this says. And sure enough, it says that he's starting the residence. Okay, this is good. And he'll come back. There's a whole bunch of stuff that needs to be done. He's going to have to take away this part of the walkway probably, and definitely take away most of the buildings. So let's see how he gets started on this. And there he goes. So he's actually putting the pieces that should be there, and we might have to take out the outside parts, but we'll see what happens when he realizes that, wait a minute, this tree's in the wrong place. I think he's going to realize that. See how this hut block is here. Let's look over here and see the hut block that belongs in this one. See where the hut block is here, where that crafting table is. Interesting. But that's not where it is. Uh-oh. Hold on. So this is the front of this. And hold on again. That crafting table is in the wrong location, unless this is actually where the new tree is, right back behind it. I'll accept that. The new tree is going to put it in a different location. So here he comes with tree, and let's see how this is going to work out. And sure enough, there's a new tree going up. And you can see the parts that he's putting in that are different. So he's putting the tree pieces back down below that we had taken away. I think they're on the inside of this, so this will be interesting to see. But there is the original tree part, and notice he's building the tree here. This is going to be cool. So we're going to have to change where this tree is to cover up this part right here. And that should be okay. And everything else I think will be good. And he's just going to continue working on this until he has a new building, and take the other parts down as he needs to. So that's what Cade's doing. Cade's going to spend his time doing this. So see the trees disappearing? So yeah, there's the new tree right there. And we might go ahead and put the big tree on the outside of that when he gets done. That'll be fine. We'll let him continue with what he's doing. And we're going to go and see what else he needs. So see, I have these here. This is a modified dark oak. And I have modified dark oaks in several different locations here. I have regular dark oak mods. This one's modified right here. See, there's no land underneath. So these are the ones that I need to go to the flat land and fix. And I think that I will wait and do that on Thursday. There's plenty of buildings that need fixing. Look, it's changing. It is changing, so we'll see how this works out. He's still working on putting the tree. Oh, he's taking the tree up higher. Remember, this one is higher. So, like this one over here, see how it has this whole area on top? And so the tree part is going to fit on top of this, these leaves, when we get to a certain point, which is the level 5, so that they don't keep undoing it. So right now, he's taking away the part of the tree that's interfering with him putting a second floor on, and he's doing it ahead of time. And there's the second floor right there, and that's okay. We'll be all right with that. When he's done, if he hasn't fixed the down, no, he's starting at the top and working his way. Because see what's happening there? See, he's removing the original house pieces that were already there and making it look different. So we'll take this. Basically, he's removing this up here so that the house can come all the way up. That's not too bad. All right. And there go pieces of the house now. Pieces of the house are going away as he puts in stuff. Sure enough, there they go. None of that belongs here. So he's taking it away. These two must be beyond the point, so I'm going to take them away for right now. And look at that, the whole bottom is empty now. Let's take out a lantern so you can see for a minute. He's going to bed. And there's the original tree piece right here, but the new tree is going in behind, which means he's going to add something to that part. And that platform there, that'll be interesting if it stays, because that'll be very curious. I am dressed more than usual. I didn't think about that. And granted, it was cold earlier. It's not quite as cold now, and I don't want the air conditioner to come on. So hopefully it won't. All the researchers are going home. We moved the 3 to here, and I thought we moved him out. Hold on. Cade, Ezra, and Aubrielle are here. I could have Cade move back here for now. It's not too far away, and have Brinley live with them. So where is Cade? Cade, yeah, it's 65, but he'll be done in a little bit. And when he's done, we can have him move someplace closer, and that's what we'll look at. These are meant to be dormitories for researchers, and so she's going to be here, and that we'll take care of that. And Cade, Watson, and Catherine have to be here because they're located down below. And look at how close. And Cade is, this would be good for him, but he's not going to be here. Let's look at who's living here. And we see Morgan and Romina are living here so far. And this was one of the things. Are we going to make Romina a house of her own? She owns this restaurant right here, which is right above the Druid Tavern, and there is a space here. We could do a house there. Anything coming from up here is too far away. I don't think it's going to be close enough for it to be good for her. It would need to be on the other side of the farmer's market. So right here, right where these trees are, right here. And this is too close to the restaurant to do anything about. And there's the farmer's market right there. So that leaves her here. That leaves her here, unless we do one here. And I don't really want to. So we need one more house in this area. So if this was a couple, we would still need one more house for either Morgan or for Romina. And I don't know where I want to put such a thing. I'm thinking about it, actually. We can't put anything here. If we put something here, this would have to be a level 5. And so we're using that restriction now. This would be interesting. If Romina lived, well, this would be curious. These down here are Druid housing, but Druids can't be here because this is a tavern and this is not a working tavern. So in order to make these rooms usable, we would have to put in Byzantine into this. And I think these are too small for Byzantine. Let's look for a second. Let's get this. Let's get Byzantine. The cookeries! Look, they're little tiny cookeries! Yay! Oh, that's excellent. That is Oracle Mask putting together a bunch of little cookeries. And how wonderful! What do I have here? Byzantine, BY, and there it is. And in the residences, fundamentals, yeah, he uploaded those to Planet Minecraft recently, and they are available. So we know that this is flat, and we know that it is the size of a room. Let me see how big it is. Oh, look at that. It fits. It fits in here. Look at this. It fits right into this spot here. But that's not right. Oh no. That's not the whole room. Hold on. See where the hut block is there? That's not the whole room. Wow. So these are too small, and I don't want to change them. I was thinking that maybe I would move her into one of these, but I don't want to change those. I like the hotel, the fact that that is a tavern. That's part of the tavern there, and I don't want to change those. So there isn't any way to connect this particular tree to getting up to the road, and that is what I'm looking at. So this part of the road goes up right here. See this part of the road here? There's stairs up and up. To get here would require stairs down from someplace. This is the flower shop right here. This is Romina's right there. I don't really, really not so don't want a road piece in here. I'm just gonna have to settle on the fact that Romina, if she wants, would actually be, am I wearing glasses? Because I just saw something. What do I have on? Hold on. Let's come here. Let's come to here. No, I'm not wearing them. Oh, it's just showing it. Okay. I don't know. I keep thinking I can stick something somewhere in here, but there really isn't any place. There's this. There's this square, but I don't want to cover every single part of the forest with buildings. That's why we're in the trees, because we don't want to do that. What are the chances if we let me go to Monster to Mermaid for a minute. Let me go to mine for a second, and let's look here. And I think it's in here, and I think it's in here. No. Fundamentals, no. It's not in that one. It's in this one. Residence, tiny dorm, tiny underwater, no. And I still haven't worked some of this out. Monster to Mermaid here. And so I can't find what these are. 619. And what do I have, and where is it located? Where was the last place I looked at something? Let's X. And let's do that again. Come out here and see. It's just that I just didn't really do it right. So these are, oh, I remember, these are Rosa Oru's city buildings. These ones are. So no, that's not the one that I want. Skins, infrastructure, residence, birch tree, level 1 and 2. There we go. So there's the birch tree Oh, what if we did another birch tree right here underneath? Because look, it's the correct color. It's the correct color. And we could have, so we would have one there and one over here. I think I'm good with that. Look at our bees. These are our honeybees from our apiary right here. And let me see. That's actually going to work the best to put this in. But the problem is I don't know how to start it. There's something that you have to do to start it. Let's see, this is and this is the one that we want, and there's the level 1 and this is level 2. So the level 1, if I put the level 1 in, they'll build it. So let's see how we would put this here. That means that this one is going to have an elevator down in the same way that this dark oak has, all the way down to here. And then we could make it, let me look. Ooh, unless we did a dark oak one just right off of the farmer's market. All right, so let's come here, switch. I didn't have to switch. So it isn't here. Yay! Cade finished. Excellent. Hold. We're going to go over and get him to do the level 2 right now. And the level 3. So we can have 3 people living here. And there is, ooh, okay, this is weird. Let's get all right, so you know what that means. That means that we're going to get him to repair this house. So build options, the builder is Cade. Repair the house like it was attacked, and that's what that repair is supposed to be about. And so he's going to work on the house and bring it back, and he's not going to walk off here like she did. And we'll put that house there. Okay. Well, that's my fault, actually. So, and this is why we did research for Band-Aids and stuff instead of doing research for resistance and things have to do with war. We don't have war, we have this. And Charlie, what are you going to do now? What are you going to do? Charlie, what? Okay. It's one of the druids. And let's see what's going on here. So now I think he'll put the stuff in where it's supposed to be, like it was damaged by marauders. He'll repair the place and put back the stuff that's missing. And so that'll be it. And then we'll do the level 2 and the level 3. So it's going to be a while. I think that was that Charlie actually who did that? I think she was just surprised by the fact that the house wasn't there the way she remembered it. I think so. So there it goes, and there's the part of the tree that was missing. And he's going to put in some more. And then we'll have to go ahead and do something. If this eventually gets filled in, but we're going to have to fill it in for now once he gets done with the level 3. So he's going to get some more stuff. What's he going to get? Oh, this is Watson's house. I just went into the house by mistake. Let's come down here. What's he asking for?
Oh, hey. Good to see you.
Asking for a bed. Okay. I'll get a bed in a minute. If he doesn't, we'll go down and look for bed, because that's a white bed. Originally, the beds were red in that area. And we must not have any. Let's look at beds. We have red. Let's look for wool. We have white. Let's get some white wool. And we've got white wool here. Just like this. And let's break. Oh, we might as well just go ahead and do these for now. So we'll do 3. And we'll do that. We'll have 3 beds. We can put them here. Other people are going to ask for beds. And we've got that. What else is he going to ask for? The gray brick that Brittany needs is the reason we need to go. We need gray brick extra, and stone framed with oak we can do now. And I think maybe that's what we'll do. Let's get some more stone. We don't have any. Ooh, okay, so another thing we have to go to Arnaaluk for. We don't have any stone. And remember the dye that we were making at the Fletcher's place? Let's go and get that dye color. And we'll work on that. Right over here. This was for Leandro, if I'm not mistaken, and there we go. So we'll give this back to Morgan. We actually borrowed some fuel, and we can let her have the rest right here, okay? She's got butter, she's got milk, she's got wheat to make things, and wait, I'm underneath. To make things, hold on a sec. Let's look at this. Crafting. And those are the things that she can make. So she can make muffins. We've taken off the regular bread because we don't need any more. And these things will be fine. These things are good that she's making. And that's pretty much what she can make right now, I think. I don't think she can make anything else. So she has the smeltery, the smelting one, so she can bake the cookies and things. So Cade finished. And we've got 22 green dye. We'll have to see. I'm sure it's for Leandro. But let's come over to that house, that dormitory, and let's look at it for a minute. Cade can stay there for the time being in this dorm right here. Now it's looking like a dorm. And we're going to have Cade move in here because it's closer. And so this is what it looks like so far. Now he's going to put in the level 2 and 3. So build options, the builder is Cade. Upgrade the building. And he's come to go to bed. And there he is. Okay. There almost isn't anything I can do, except there is. Why don't we make this 2-lane or 1 lane right here and let them go around this part, and that'll keep them safe for right now, so that someone can't knock them off the edge. We're going to put this here, and the other side of this, everything else is where it was. There is a tree right here. This is the enchanter right here. There's a tree here. And that's intriguing. If we wanted to have something come from, but it would be better if it was connected right here. I don't think there's enough room here for it. Hold on. Let's come here. Let's go to mine. And let's look at, it's already at scans. I don't know. Decorations. This monster to mermaid scans. Decorations. Residents. And there they are. So the dark oak level 1. It's X. It's X for a minute. Let's do that again. Monster to mermaid scans. Fundamentals, residents. The dark oak residents. With that doesn't have a bottom on it. See, it doesn't have the bottom, and that's the one that we want. And now I need to see the overlaps, and I'm already seeing too many overlaps there. So there is the there's one right there. We're talking about putting it somewhere here. And where's the other tree? We would have to bring it up. Where is it? There it is. On top of this one? Ooh. Oh, that would be odd. You would have to be high enough up that on top would be, yeah, this tree actually is going to be replanted when that is done. We can replant some of it right now. So right above this, so see that right there? That's what we're talking about, putting it right above there. And then what is it going to respond to? Is it going to be a part of this over here? So see, we have this right here. Can we fit it right here and not have it cross over into someone else's? Bring this down one, move this to here, so we'd have another house right here. Now, this is what I always have to be careful of. So there's a house. So right here where I am, right up here, the dormitory is here. There's a house here. There's a house here. And this would be a house right here. And birch, dark oak level 5. The whole level 5 is here. It's just that that underneath part is completely cleared away. And that's the one where we need to put in pieces in there. This is the wrong way, so turn this around. So this is the front door. Front door is the one that doesn't have the stairs right there. Now let's see the overlap up here. Get above the trees. So it can't be that close. So it has to come back right into this area right here. Right here like this. So it's on the line of that tree. And then it's coming around and being here. And this part of the tree here means that it would have to be up to there. Because of the other tree underneath. It has to be up to here. And it's still going to clear out this part without. But there's a tree right here. This dark oak, that's a part of these trees here. It's coming down in the middle of this area right here, which belongs to them, to the enchanter. What would you do? What wouldn't I do? So the level 5 of this is here. This is the level 5. So see this part right here where they're showing plants, mushrooms growing. A portion of that would be where the tree is, unless we moved it back and made a birch one on this original tree right here. If we put the trees together right here, that puts the tree there. But we'd have to do a birch then. And the tree would be there. But this is up higher. I really kind of like the idea of it. Let's switch. Let's come to here. Residence. The birch tree level 1. And this is what we have so far for it. And the birch tree, notice, can come down farther than the other one did. Can it? Yes, it can. So we could match the road, I think, with the birch one. All right, let's bring the road over. Let's turn this until we have the road there. And I think if it's that way, I think, let's run down here for a second. If it's that way, the stairs are going to be, the stairs are supposed to be in the back right here. So this is the front door for sure. So it needs, that part needs to be on the right of it. Let's see. So if it's on the left, that means that's the backyard. So let's come here. And let's bring it over to make sure that it's at this level perfectly. Look at that. Right there. Now let's put it back in the tree and see. Whoosh. Let's bring it all the way back to here. How does this house help us? How does this house help us? I don't know that it will. I like the idea of it, but I don't know that it'll necessarily help us. Here's the original tree right here. So we need this part of the tree, this section here, to be back in this section right here. I don't know that I need it after all of that. After all of that, you're saying no? Yeah, I think so. But it looks so pretty there, doesn't it? It does, but it's too far away for Romina to use. It would mean that someone who's living here would live there, and there isn't anyone else that we want to do that. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, no. Yeah, but she just spent all that time finding this perfect space and making it work and da-da-da-da-da. And yeah, I just did. And I can't use it. So there's the archery, the competition center, which is going to be right there. And we can have housing over in this area. So this is it. This is the big place right here. And we would just need to move this out of the way of the archery center. It's up off of this, which is the enchanter right there. And we need it to be, oh, that's what we did. We moved it that way to match the wood. So it doesn't need to be here. So that means that we'll slant the roadway in this area, in this direction right here. And that's what it would look like. It would be a road right there. Comes out and is above that. Just because I kind of like the fact that we were able to fit a house in this section. I'd rather do, I know I could do this tree, but I'm concerned about this tree right here. See this? Those are mushrooms growing in that spot. And I would rather that these branches be a part of this tree. We could bring this tree all the way into this section, and I like the idea of it. Now, if we're going to put it in, we have to put in the level 1, and then they'll build the other levels. Nothing else is in the way. This is the full size of the house, even though the house isn't completely here. And level 1. And hold on. I just want to check one last time. If the other one is wrong, we can just leave it, but if both of them are wrong, that's no fun. Wait, we're going the wrong direction. I do that. Let's come over here, and we can just drop right down into here. So see right where this is? There it is. So there, this house is backwards. And we actually should have had it be the other way. But this is all a part of this complex, so I don't feel so bad about that. And notice it's on the left. So it does need to be on the right in order to get the stairs, not at the front door. And so here we are. And then I just want to do one more thing in regards to putting this here, and that is just to make sure that I didn't move it. This is 151 here, and this right here is 152. So it is 152 right there. And let us take the level 1 and construct it. So this tree is actually here now, this tree house right here, and we need to work on it. First thing we need is to we can remove these branches now, because we have a legitimate tree right off of this spot right here, and that'll work. And next, let's come in. Let's put a lamp down for just a second. Let's put a lamp right here, and let's close this right here. Let's take that and put that in, and then right here we need a walkway and a jungle. Do I want to put these away for a second? Let's put this up here, and let's get this, and let's go to jungle. And the walkway is going to be level 1, infrastructure, roads, the long diagonal, and straight, walkway end camp, jogs, there's a short diagonal walk, and there's a long diagonal walk, and it's going to take all the trees in this area. Let's match it to here first. Match this to here, and then see where it ends up. So we would be putting it here, and it would walk itself over to there. That's actually not bad. Let's use this, and then what we'll do is that corner won't be there. How much of this tree is it taking away? How much of the trees around it is it taking away? Let's use mine instead. So we're going to have all sorts of walkways here in all different woods, because the only one that I can put here that isn't going to do what this is doing is my own. And so let's come back to here. Let's switch to monster to mermaid. Switch. And if I want to change it to make them all the same, I could. Let's go to here. Let's go to Spruce Road straight. Let's go to infrastructure. Nope. Let's go to here and let's look for roads. See if we can find some roads in here. There's an infrastructure right there. That's the wrong one. And let's continue down. And so it's not a part of this. So let's get out. Let's go to here, infrastructure, roads, straight. And let's go back, roads, corner. And let's go here, infrastructure. That's where I was, right? Let's look at this one, the tavern. The apiary, we're not going to find it there. Huh. Where is it? Let's come here for a sec. Oh, here it is. Spruce Roads. And there's the diagonal right here. So see the difference in how much space it takes. So this road doesn't do what that one just did. And we can put it right where it needs to be for a sec. Do I want to turn it around? Turn it around and put it this way. There we go. And it will go across to here. I like that. So this is spruce, and notice it's just a block. Actually, I think it's 2 blocks. 2 blocks right here. And let's sit on something that actually exists and let us construct it. Constructed and X. All right. So with a lantern right here. I keep doing that. Lantern right here. Let's look at this part. I really don't want it to do that, so I think we're going to get rid of that. Put that in. And it's coming directly over to this corner, but we're not going to have it come that far. It's actually going to have a straight right here. Now I think in this section we can use the other, but let me look for a second at the rows. Hopefully it will take me back to the same place. No, of course not. No. Okay. And let's do a short straight. Let's see how short it is. Let's turn it this way. And let's put it here. No, we definitely need a full straight. So let's go back. And that was here, right? Nope, that was here. All the way down at the bottom. Roads, nope, isn't there? I don't know. One of these days, I promise, I will have to work it out. I will actually have to work it out where they are. Because just that quick, I don't know where it is. Okay. And it's something where maybe I should just do it as a part of the stream, because I keep having this problem with it where I can't find them, and there they are. And you knew where they were. You did. No, you did. You knew exactly where they were, straight. And so this straight is going to join this straight right here. So it has to be right on this mark and right on this, and it is right on that one. And right here, and that part, that little part there, maybe we'll keep, we'll see when we get it done. And are the signs all on this side, or does it matter? I don't see any. The diagonal is on the other side. 1, 2, move it over. I just want the signs, just in case it affects the way they walk. And that's why we do that. Okay, and here we go. And constructed X. Now this one is here. Right here. We don't actually need this part right here, but I kind of like, see how it has that little area there? I'd have to put on the glasses to see, and then I'd have to get Cade to work on this. So level 2, build options, the builder is going to be Cade. Upgrade the building. All right, so now I can see it, how far over it's going to go. So see, it's going to go all the way over to here. So we actually don't have to worry about this piece right here. We're going to take it off. And I've got an axe, and I want to use it. Let's put a line here, and let's just remove this connection right here. So we're just taking this part off all the way through and all the way around. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. And so we have this walkway coming over to this house, which is a level 1. And here's why I started to go, I don't know whether I should even build it, because nobody can live here. Marilyn's too far away, but she has her own house. Catherine is too far away. Cade is too far away. So this house is specifically for something that isn't here yet. The archery center, which doesn't need a house because the people who are here. But if we have Deacon in the student area. If we wanted people to do something else in this area, we could maybe do that. The teachers and stuff, this is still judging from the housing. Aubriel is 60. These are all people who work at the university. So it's right at the edge of the university. I think it's too far. But we could have people here, because look at this. It's a straight line. And I'm going to keep it for that. So how long have I been? This has only been an hour. Okay. So this thing that happens here, where we have this, what's holding this up? What's holding up this this walkway? This tree is holding up this, and the tree is going to come down in this part of the yard right here. So that piece right there on the outside of this build is the tree for this. And that is going to come all the way up and all the way down in this area. Now the way these trees are, this is just going to be perfect because that's the way they like it. It is the way they like it. See? Oops. No. Okay. And that gives us a fair amount right there. Just to hold that up for the time being, we can bring down a couple of these right here. Right across here, if we wanted, we could have this go straight across right here. That's probably going to change when I do stuff, but there it is. And then the back has this amazing view. And this is the house right here. And we need to do something with this. I don't know what. We could change the whole thing and make this area birch or make it bamboo. We could put one of these there. I doubt that they're going to walk off in this section right here. So we could put that at the entrance, and that cuts off the look there. And here, same thing, here and here. And this is what we have. Let's do it here, and let's take this and bring it over to there. So remember, I'm wearing the goggles. So he's not actually working on this yet. So we're going to cancel the upgrade for now, and I'm going to take the goggles off. And we're good for that. Okay. And that gives us this. So it just makes each of the houses just a little bit different, and things going on in this area different. We could still, there's right here enough room for something else if we wanted, but we'll see. So what is this? This is a retreat, but there still needs to be housing for children. So I have this idea. I don't know whether you remember, but Disneyland used to have places where people could stay for like a summer or something like that. And that kids would be there, and it was your kind of house. It was long, long ago, but they used to have that. And more than just a hotel, that it was almost sort of like a community or something that they were doing, and they were little tiny houses. And so this is kind of the idea behind the fact that I would like to continue to have, let me put a branch, let me bring this part over into the tree there. I would like to continue, I would like them to be able to do that. I'd like them to be able to have the feeling of healing that comes from being able to be on land and yet be safe, to be on land and for everything to be okay, everything to be all right. For these druids who are living in the sanctuary right now and cut off from the land because of their negative experiences. As I said recently, Minecolonies team has actually acknowledged that by making it that you can't hire a druid by themselves. They have to be part of a barracks team, which is just perfect because it acknowledges that something was happening to them, some negative thing, much more negative than some of the other fighters like archers and knights and stuff. They were being negatively impacted much greater than the other types of fighters. And it's probably because of what I just said, that they're loners a lot of time and they want to go into the forest, and as we all know, a lot of times that's not necessarily safe. And so, yeah, can I get this to come across here? I can. To hide that branch right there, that'll be fun. And I need something so this doesn't look like it's a building. We don't want it to look like a building. So bring this part down, and that is much better. And there we have it. What time of day is it? Let's see what time of day it is. It is 2 o'clock, almost 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And we know that he is waiting for some materials. And he's pretty concerned about not receiving materials. So we can go, how much time? Why don't we spend a little bit of time getting him and the other builders some materials, and then we can continue from there. I'm looking at places where trees are cut off because of the building that's going in, and as they get up to level 5, all of that will be covered over, and that's going to be fun, and trees put back in place. We like the idea of that. All right, so let's go down to the warehouse for a second and let's play Minecraft just for a little bit. We're still trying to find a couple of people, and so we are still checking the taverns, because even if we had kids, we would still need mentors, someone to guide them and all of that. This is Muhammad, and he is, look at that number. Hold on for a second. That's actually a good number there. Minecolonies skills. The dexterity is what we're looking at. And for that dexterity, in order to get in, we have an alchemist, we have a beekeeper, we don't have a Fletcher, we don't have a florist. So creativity and agility. The agility is perfect. This is a Fletcher, Muhammad Gittins. We have had Gittins before, and the Fletcher this time, those are actually really good numbers. And so we're going to have Muhammad join us. So we're going to recruit for the amount of chickens, roast chickens that he had. And now he lives here. So we're going to have the housing. Let's put Muhammad here until we go up. And speaking of going up, speaking of which, Muhammad would be probably the first one to live in that new little house there. That's a good idea, actually. So let's have him move into this house down here. Right here like this. And then we'll get to putting him as a researcher until we actually can have a Fletcher, which we're almost there. We need a composter level 3 to get a Fletcher. And so we'll work on that now. So he doesn't have a job, so he's down at the bottom as unemployed. And he's going to live here. Next, let's come down here to the university. And do we have any room for him? That's a good question. Let's come here and see. Oh, that's right. We actually got Bristol her job as a courier, and that has made room for Mohammed to take over research in the library there. Let's look at the Pitti papers, and let's look at who we have. So Bristol is the new courier, and now we're going to have Muhammad B. Gittins, T-T-E-N-S. We'll have to see what the B stands for. And he is going to be a Fletcher, which is good. And so there we are. But right now, he is doing research at the university and living in university housing, which is actually fine. And there we go. Should we put him in this? Or should we? Yeah, we'll just leave it for now, that he's in that new house back there. See, it's odd. I mean, it is 60-some blocks, but it just seems like it's close enough. So we'll see how that works out. How unhappy he is about the length of his commute. And we'll check on things like that. This is a level 3. And yes, it is. And let's do this. We're going to begin to remove some of the torches. I know, I just don't like there being. That one's not going to do. None of these are going to do. Oh, we can put it there. Let's take these off. And we're just getting this. And there we are. Music we're listening to is Drone Hen's music. And Drone Hens has a new album out this month, and it's called Versus Universe. It's on Bandcamp. You can hear it on Spotify and all the places. And if you go to my Discord, Monster to Mermaid, you can actually see more information about an event this weekend to promote the new album. So it should be very fun. I'm going to play on one of the days. It's a 2-day event, and that should be quite fun. Okay. So we need Kate to work on the level 2 of this. This is the level 1, And we have him working on the level 2, and that's good. Okay. And when he gets to the level 3, then we'll move to the barracks. And with the barracks, we'll be able to get the archery, and that's what we're working towards. And we can go up. We can go, sorry about that. We can go to, there's Romina there. So nothing really changed with respect to the way these are going in. And that tree was there. There's a tree right here. This is level 3. And so we just need the 2 and the 3 to wake them up. And let's see. Okay. All right. I'm going to have to do something because I have gotten super sleepy. So when there's a lot of stress, when I come into the game, it's soothing and calm. And I begin to relax, and so then I begin to want to sleep because right now there's a lot of stress around giving care, and it's the classic stress. It's trying not to give too much, and because you want some autonomy, and yet trying to make sure that everyone is safe and taken care of. And there is always, always disagreement on care. It doesn't matter. There's always a member of the family, usually between siblings, that don't agree with the care in some reason, way, or matter, and so that exists here. It no longer exists to the degree that it used to on the where my sister is. It no longer is that kind of a disagreement, which is taken a while, and COVID to sort of like change the hearts and minds. But here, this is still, ooh, look at the moon. Wait, how am I seeing the moon there? That is the moon setting. Look at that. I can see it through the glass. It is. Whoa. Oh, that's lovely. I might be able to get it when it goes down below those trees. And that is actually quite a nice sight right there. There it is. Gosh, that's gorgeous. And so, of course, it's sunrise. And let's see what we can do before we go, just for the fun of it. And I think we're still going to have to go to Arnaaluk first. And we don't have any stone, we don't have any gray brick extra. Mine cart. Hold on. That's the mine. I didn't make one of those. It's a, ooh, the mechanic can make a mine cart. That that is what it says it is. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we could get the mechanic at Arnaaluk to make that. Let's come here. So all those things we have to go back for. We have plenty of cobble, but do we have any slab left? So let's come here and let's take this whole piece and make slab out of it. So Y. Let's put the green dye there for a minute. And stone. The foods are taken care of. Jungle plank panel is still there. This one is vertically striped. 18 and 11 jungle stairs. And let's go for that. We did have jungle here. We still do. 11 jungle stairs. It's going to be 12. 2, 3, and there we got. And we'll put that in. And then those are portmanteau panels, but we also need right down here, planks panel, vertically striped, 18. Planks panel. Nope, it's not going to put it in. There we go. And we have to pick something. Vertically striped is on the other page. There it is right there. 18 is the number. And there we have it. So we can put this away. Vertically striped. Okay. And then let's look here. That should be off the list now. Vertically striped, and then stripped oak again. Stripped oak log 1 to 8. Stripped oak log. So we did have stripped oak here, and we have sticks, and that is stripped oak fence, and we get a good amount, don't we? Oak log fence 8. It's not going to make it. I already know that. Oh. I keep doing that. I forget. Because it's stripped oak log, it has to be made with the cutter. And we want fence. Oh, how many? 8, 2, 3. It's not doing properly. Hold on. Let's make those go away. Let's turn into a mermaid who doesn't have extraordinary powers. Let's do that. So let's come here. Let's do this. And let's do this. And there we are. And so let's come in. And we want fence made from this right here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And there they are. So that took up all the rest of that we had. And let's look for one of the other things that we need. The green. We now have green dye for green wool, and we need 8. So we can take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those. The green dye right here. And put these together. And we're good to go. So we can put this away. And let me hold on to that for a second. There it is, 8 green wool panels. Panels, let's go to panels, and those are horizontal bar panels. Shall we check one more time? And those are vertical. Oh, I wonder if I did, that's what's the matter. I need vertical for white also. I forgot that there were 2 different types. You saw that. No, you did see that. You saw that there were 2 different types of panels. Here's the vertical ones, and we just need the smallest amount of those. And then this one, we need 8, and we've got that. So no wonder it was still there. That's the thing that I couldn't understand. These are horizontal right here, but they needed vertical ones. Okay, and let's put that away. See, whenever something's happening like that, where it's not acknowledging, I really needed to stop and sort of investigate it. But I was probably sleepy like I am now. Didn't do it. Wait, is that chisel? No, that's just stone. So we need 26 stone, and then we need 20, so that's 64. And then this is oak plank, but we need gray brick extra. So let's get some things to trade. Let's sort the warehouse so that we can actually find what we're looking for. And then let's go here. Let's look for, oh, there's corn. Look. Yay, we'll look for corn first. Now, this is how we pay for things. So, well, they're going to keep the 37. They're going to keep the 10. We're going to take these. They're not really making any food just yet that requires corn. They are a little bit, but not enough, because on the menus is still the lower tier food, that that they can eat at levels 1 and 2. Okay, and let's look for peppers again. And we have some. Yes, we do. Okay, and there's something wrong with that. We didn't go down far enough, and there we are. So there's 30 are going to stay, and then we have that composted dirt, a farm, all of that stuff is fine. And then what else do I need? I think everything else has to come from there. Peony. And all right, so that's it. Let's get minerals. I know I'm falling asleep. Minerals. Nope, that's not how it works. Iron. And there's iron ore, yay! So we can go here and see if there's anything else besides this iron ore. And there's gold and copper and iron and coal, yes. So these have to be processed by Arnaaluk, because we do not have ore smeltering in this Disneyland that we've created. So let's put these in here. So I need one of these. one of these. This stuff up here actually belongs to them, except the hay bale probably does too. That's a reminder that I have to get hay bale, so maybe I'll just leave that. Let's put this here, this, and one of the corn. And so now, 2, 3, 4, let's take this and put it right here. Okay, let's take all of this down, except the hay bale, because I know I'm going to forget it. Let's take these. Yellow banner. Does the yellow banner go there? I think it does. And spruce plank panels. Okay. And everything's going to go in here except this. This is going to go into, it can't. So I'll have to hold on to it for now. And there we are. So we have the things that we're bringing with us. They're all packed into the backpack. And now I'm going to, wow, halfway through, an hour and a half already. That's most interesting. Do I have any juice in here? Nope. I do have some water though. I'll take a sip. An hour and a half. Okay, and we're actually going to go to Arnaaluk. So we'll leave this beautiful paradise here and head out towards the glacial oceans, and we will continue from there. So, I smell smoke. It's strong too. Someone's barbecuing or burning. This isn't good. I'm susceptible. I might have to take a second and close the window for a moment. Let me do that. Hold on for a second. Let's go here. Let's put this down. Yeah, that's definitely smoke. But Vincentius is coming out of the bathroom, which is good. I smell smoke. It's super strong. It's super strong. He's so nice. He's going to close the window. Wow. That's not barbecue. That's them burning something, isn't it? Goodness sakes. All right. We were on our way to the balloon so that we can take a red-eye balloon out to, it is smoke, yes?
Hopefully the air conditioner will come on soon and instantly filter over the air.
Okay.
Yeah, it's smoke. I think somebody's
Burning something. Wow.
Gosh, or leaves or something.
Leaves? Already? It's not time yet.
Not allowed in civilization.
Whoa. I can feel that on my throat. All right, so we're going to sit here. We are in the balloon. The driver is shut the door. We're going to come here and look at a magazine. So let's get a magazine out and turn to where they show where you're going, and we're going to Wow, that was a fast trip. See, the nighttime trips are much faster. And then we can come down here. The driver's already gone. We didn't put anything under this time. We just kept it in our backpack. And so we're going down into, this is the decommissioned supply ship from Aquatica that we are using as a balloon platform and waiting area. So this part is a waiting room right here. There's a quiet waiting room right here, which is actually the bridge of this ship, and people can come here if they just want to read. And then over here is snack bar right here. These are luggage lockers and luggage that's going out, and also things for the snack bar. This is the engine room here, and we can cross over to the elevator and go down into the underwater sanctuary, Arnaaluk. And Solomon's not here right this moment. Solomon, where are you? I need a ticket. I need a new ticket. He must be busy. We'll have to get a ticket later. Yeah, he's not coming. So we'll have to get a ticket later. He's probably off duty. Now, see this thing about he's not here? This is one of the things that we are going to take advantage of, for the fact that this is a barracks tower, that we'll be able to have more than one druid as working this area. Peace druids. Skylar is over here, and nobody's around. That's interesting. Ah, here we go. There's Solomon. He's getting a snack. Zarya probably left him a snack, a midnight snack, and Skylar is, yeah. They're talking to each other. Let's get the stuff that we need. Let's take it all out and let it be delivered to the stash box. This stuff belongs to Arnaaluk, and we want to hold on to the hay bale so that we can remember that we need hay bales. And so we'll bring these pieces here, bring this down, and now we can go. Now Skylar is probably going to give me a room for the night. And yes, okay. So we're going to go up to the hotel. This is Aquatica's hotel. It's one of the residence choices that you have with Aquatica. And we're going to use this room right here. It's a pretty room. And it is, the curtains are closed because it's nighttime. And we're just going to go here and go to sleep. Oh, whoa, that was close. We almost didn't have time for a nap. It was sunrise when we got into bed, but we needed to have a nap to sort of like get everything settled. This is the shower room and the sinks. These are Mubian's mirrors, which are really nice. That's a really cool vanilla mirror. And then the shower right here, which is really fun. And I love that with that shower head. And then we're ready to go downstairs. So we can see all of our people. Hallie is working on the 4th fishery. Ryan is working on the 4th flower shop. So we have the 3rd flower shop. So we have a flower shop in the shopping center. We have a flower shop in the hotel area, and then we have a flower shop in the second makers area, which is actually our industrial flower shop. Botanist, horticulturalist, a person who is growing flowers for the city. And then Elena is working on the dome for the sugar farm, the Aquatica sugar farm dome. She's working on that. And then Case is working on the logistics center for the second makers. He's working on that. And finally, who's the last one, is Danny is working on the Enchanted Woods apartments and upgrading them. And there's Zaria. Zaria has lots of hungry people this morning. And there's Miranda. Miranda's actually one of the tree farmers, and she's getting food. She's just getting takeout right now. Sarai is a courier, and she's going to have a sit-down breakfast. And we're going to come down the hall here. Lionel, I think, isn't doing anything. Let me check. Yeah, he's not. Let's check. Let's give Lionel something to do. We're going to go down to this area. This is the north end. This is Monument. This is the Monument corridor, and the two pyramids are here, and then which is one of them is the graveyard, and then in this direction we have the Witch Hazel apartments, and there's two buildings. This is the only apartment complex that has two buildings. So they have building 1 that we just walked through, and building 2 right here, and this is where they receive their mail. And then we have, that was Onyx, I think, or Thomas. No, that was Onyx. There's Thomas right there. We have the large fishery, and this one has its, see this dome on top that's glass? That's what's being put in for the dairy, for the, not dairy, the sugar farm. That's what we're doing. This is a level 5 of the platform, and we're supposed to be working towards a level 5 Dun 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 dun! Look at there. There's the scrub right outside of the new warehouse. This is the Northwest warehouse. So we have the central warehouse, the first warehouse, the central. Then we have the second makers warehouse, and then we have the Northwest warehouse. Is this going to flood? Let me see. I think I put these too far out, and they're beyond the, see how there's a piece right there? So I think they were supposed to be in this hallway, and we couldn't put them there. That's what happened. So let's do something here. Is there some place everyone can see us from these windows? But in this corner right here, we're just going to pull a Superman, and we're going to get back our extraordinary powers with a few words before someone comes and sees. They don't like when I change from a mermaid with extraordinary powers into a little mermaid with hearts. And so they don't want me to do that in public. I used to, but they don't want me to. Cade finished the residence. Yay! That's at Pitti. What can we do here? it's going to flood, and it's going to cause the these to come up. If we go out through the fishery, hi Hannah. Hannah and Aya are here, and Lane is delivering. He's a courier. We're just going to drop down into the water here and go back to that area, and here we are. So let's come around to where we now have a new platform right here. So if you're wondering how I can be here, even if I was still a little mermaid, one who has hearts, I am also, I still have some of my abilities. So when you look at me, I have a tail. See, I've got a tail. I could show you from this way. Here's my tail. Look, it's so cold. The water is so cold that my tail is turned super dark. So even though it's not as cold as the surface where it's freezing, it's still salmon cold. That's what mermaids say. It's salmon cold down here, and yeah, so that's what I look like. And so let me come back to this vision here. Now this piece of glass right here, and it actually is. So this is good. Is that a piece of glass, or is that? No. All right. So what I need to do here is, that means there's two sets of glass. There's this set that's right behind, and right where the stash box is. We want to hold on to the stash box, but I think we're going to come up right where that other box is. Come up right here, and that would put us right here. Right, 1, 2. So 1, 2 would put us right here to come up right there. And sure enough, there's the box. All right, so this is where we don't need this glass. And now that we know, we can take this glass away. And down here, we're going to build an area where they can, I don't need that side, and I definitely need all of this to go away, all the way up to that part. And here, and this back wall. So we'll put this in. Let's put this in. And then we need this. Whoops. Does that seem a little long? It does. So we have this entrance here, and there's still water. So we need this part to go away, and we need that piece of white to be there, and the same on this side, so that this is closed, and there is the full piece. And so then we need to sponge it, because I don't think we can put whatchamacallits in there unless it's sponge scaffolding, CAFF. Let's try, and let's get sponges. Let's get a sponge from here. Let's come down here. Let's make the ground, do we want to make the ground a color, a different color, or not? I don't think so. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Okay, And so here, this one's done, and here. So this one right here is the one. Let's see if we can put this in. 1, 2. Is that all we need? No, we need a third one. Okay, 1, 2, 3. No! No, 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 no. Okay, 1, 2, and put one more here. This is new. Them coming down.
It's a fine
here.
day.
No, Lionel, it's not. 1, 2. Let me see if I can get this back up here. Because now Lionel can't get it out. He's standing right in my way. I don't move out the way. Of all things to happen, that he would drop down in here right now. I'm going to have to fly up and get him out. Let me think. Lionel is Lionel is far away. He's actually an explorer, and it's like, but I can't reach that. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. I didn't think I could reach it. Thank goodness. Yay. Okay. And now I can put the third one in there, and that makes this waterproof right here. And that's what we wanted. And I think it does. Let me put, let me take this, put this. Nope, it definitely does. Okay. So that is there. Let's take this one away. We'll put the blocks here. We're not going to have a scrub here. We're just going to have the platform, I think, for that. So we're taking away that piece. We'll put this in. This is so interesting. Vincentius, I think it's really interesting,
Yes.
the coughing, the amount of coughing today.
Yeah.
I think that's interesting. So yeah, we would not. And what's leaking here? This needs to be full block. Let's full block this part. And then let's go out and put the decoration on top that all of them have. And that is this part right here. We can put this over that. And that takes care of these sides. And that's what it looks like. Okay. And let's come back in. So now we just need an armor stand with the, so we can put the, let's put our stuff back for a minute. An armor stand, and the armor stand is for this piece right here. This is the skin diving suit, and the cap needs, these two caps actually need to have a book for them. So we'll do that. Where are you going? Well, at least he's not coming out. Isn't that interesting? He's actually not. So let me get this piece here, put there so it doesn't leak. And that is this area. Are you going to come out, or are you going to, okay. Okay. We can get him started on this one. And build options here. But a part of me is wondering whether I want an entire logistics center here, the way we have at the other two. These are courier posts, but there's no logistics for this warehouse. This is the cookery right here, and the bakery in the back, and then the fishery down the hall, and housing in between. There's the new platform, and we could put something here. Lionel is trying to get back to the university in a straight line. And if we look at where I am and come all the way over, this is the town hall right here. And so in this area over here is where the submarine is, the university is, if I'm not mistaken. But I don't see, it doesn't look familiar enough. These are farms on this side of where I am, so I'm mistaken. He's trying to go this way. I think he's trying to go this way. But he can't. So we'll have to if he doesn't begin to do something, I'll have to call him to the town hall to get him to break the fact that he wants to hide out there. Is he hiding? Does he not? Do you not want to be? Do you not want to be an explorer anymore?
So what'll it be for you?
Have you seen too many things? He's one of our best. He's intelligent. That's an interesting thing. I'll have to figure out something about him if in fact he doesn't want to do explorations anymore. Maybe he wants to work in the university or something like that. Or he wants to be a peace druid, which means we could assign him, for instance, to a post like this one right here. Although this one is not, this one has been changed, and justice is here. Interesting. So if justice is here at this one, who's at the other end of the witch hazels? Let me come over here. Is that Lionel? No, that's Justice. Let's come over here and see who is the druid stationed here. And this might not be transformed yet. I don't know, I'll check and see right now. It is. Okay. So no one's here. So if we, druids, if we have Lionel come here. Wait. It says Galilea is here. Okay, there we go. Okay. So Galilea is here. I know, I was looking at knights. I was looking at the knights. Oh, look, there's the moon again. We're having such dramatic moon slivers. A sliver of moon slice of life. And you can see the way we're facing differently than, oh, did it go down? No, yeah, it did. It went down behind the glacier already. Wow, that was fast. It was beautiful though, wasn't it? It was. So there he is. Lionel, what is the matter with you? What's wrong?
'Tis a fine afternoon.
Do you want to stay back here? Is that what you want? Have you fallen in love with somebody, or what are you trying to do? What is it? Oh, you could do the witch hazel, or I could have Justice do the witch hazel, and you could do the other, but no, you would have to. You want to do the witch hazel. Let's have Lionel do this. This one has not been changed, so he can't. Let's come here and let's get hut block. We've got that part right there. Let's remove this, and we just got the food from here. And then we're going to take the this right here. Let's put it here. Underwater base is exactly what we want. Let's go to military, and let's go to a barracks tower. Level 5, and let's install it. All of these buildings, these Aquatica buildings, are already level 5s. So this is now just the level 5, so that we can hire a single druid in this location, and it is constructed. So now let's get out our notes, our Akasha records for a minute. For Arnaaluk's people, and let's find Lionel Hakeborn. So Hakeb, and how many? Which one am I going to be able to spell? Lionel. Lionel. And there he is. And his parents, he was fostered by Arabella and Michael. Arabella while she was still doing what he's doing. So it's interesting. Look at this. Arabella left research. It must be hard for them in some kind of way. When they go out in comparison to living here, because she gave up being an explorer specifically so that she could write memoirs. We can have him be here, and let's come back to here. Let's manage and a druid, and we're going to have to look at all of them so that we can find him. He's an L, so we'll start with the first set of L's, which is Lane, Leroy. Okay, the next set of L's down here, and there he is. And he is now going to be a peace druid, and he is going to work in this area here. We did have a stool here, I thought. Maybe not. Maybe we didn't put a stool in this one. The books are here for sure. Why don't we go ahead and find a cool stool? What is this? This is witch hazel. So let's go to WITCH, and let's see. It might be easier to pick out a stool from here, or it might not. These are dining tables. It's not. So let's go for a stool. And let's come here. And let's look at all the different ones that we have of paladins in this area here, and see. Doesn't that look like that's Flores? That's simple wood. That's green enchanted. There it is. There's a witch hazel stool, and we'll just put it right there for Lionel to have as a seat. And then all of this area is available to him. Is that why I took it out? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't know. That would be interesting. And I pulled something from here, so let me see what it was. So these things can go to the fishery right now. And the fishery is right here. We're just going to give the raw fish back so that it can be picked up. And the bowls. And there's Onyx right there. And there's one of the couriers right now. And Lionel's saying goodbye to his team right now. And he is gathering up his belongings, and he's going to be here. He's actually going to be here, which is apparently what he wanted. And this is good. This is good. We want everyone to be happy. And then look at some of the other stuff that's going on here. This is our sifter Calvin, and he is handing off some merchandise. Two couriers are coming up, and this is Raquel here. Raquel was making gravel for us so that we could make more sand if we needed. And but all of that has been picked up. Right now, Mauricio is getting ready to serve lunch. He's over there. And River, what are you doing, River? Let's look here and see if she actually has something to do. She is working on the dome, remember? And there we go. There's our first, that's our first lag. I think I'm not going to play with it. I think I'm going to get out and restart the game, and that will get rid of the lag for now. It's just Java not having enough space to spread out, sprawl out. Java needs to sprawl, not spread. So we'll do this right now. Let's come here. And let's save and quit to title. We'll put down the Akasha records, and then we'll get quit the game. We'll bring up CurseForge right now. The Cursed Forge. What am I looking at? I'm looking at pictures of people as opposed to looking at you. I'm wondering if there's something, because these people are here, there are pictures, family pictures on the wall. Because those people are there, it's like being filmed in a movie or something like that, where my tendency is not to want to look at the camera because those pictures are eyes there. I wish I was that careful on set. But the thing is not to look at the camera. So let's play. I don't think anything's been updated since I got on. And nope, nothing has. Okay, so we're up to date mostly. I'm getting the Minecraft launcher to launch the game, and we'll do that right now. And then we didn't update things that have to do with the Biomes, because the Biomes is a world generator. And so it doesn't do us any good to update in the middle of the game. Sophisticated Backpacks has a major change, and I'm actually concerned about it because of the way I use the backpack, which is not in survival. And I would prefer to hold on to my backpacks the way they are now. When this is a gift from Vincentius Primus, this backpack. He gifts me one every time I start a new city-state, start being ambassador to a new state. And The Mojang red screen is up, and we're just waiting for the game to load, and then we'll get rid of CurseForge and bring up the game. And the game loaded, ready to play. So let's get CurseForge to go away. And now full screen for single player and Arnaaluk. So in just a second, we'll be back in the world. I'm sleepy. It's so fascinating. It really is. It is. And I'm wanting to, you can see Vincentius Primus in the background, by the way. And we're just going to wait for the world to load in, and everyone will start saying what they're doing, I believe. And that will mean that the world is loaded. Loaded. The world is loaded. So Mauricio is talking to customers in the restaurant, his restaurant. And that should be most fun. And yep, I am, yep. So it is 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so some of these people are having early dinner. We can see Kiara and Sloan. Interesting. Kiara and Sloan haven't seen each other in a long time. Kiara has been doing research at the university, and Sloan is the ore smelter. So they haven't been in the same area, and now they're at the same restaurant. So I think they're having fun getting caught up on the news. This is Leroy. Leroy is first carpenter. We have 3 carpenters. Leroy is running the main carpentry shop in the main, actually in the main makers area, which is connected to the visitors shopping center. And then he has help because the visitors shopping center is right down this hallway right here. But that's Amanda, who is first blacksmith right there. Milan is the second tree carpenter. He's the second carpenter. And then Dexter. We have 2 Dexes. The one who's been here the longest, he is now a dairy farmer. And then our other Dexter is a carpenter in the second makers area, second makers farm area. And so Milan is here. And I don't, am I going to make it? 219, I don't think I am. I would like to decorate something. Let's go back over to where we were working. Here's our carpenter. These are our couriers here. And this is Calvin right here. And you can see he is taking gravel and changing it to something. And right here, that's Evelyn. Oh, and she's gone. And we still don't, nope, there she is. And we still don't know if we want to put something here. We could put it underground. Well, that would be curious, wouldn't it? If we put it down below, so this is here, and this is in the water. Yep, I'm not gonna make it. I was hoping that this would keep me I was hoping that this would keep me awake, but it's not. Let's see. If we did couriers, see where this is a logistics center or one of the courier buildings. The underwater building, we have one of those underwater base. We have Aquatica. We do not have cavern style. That would be interesting. BRN cavern, and it needs a capital C in order for it to find it. CAV, and there we go. And Lady Shatana's courier storage. Let's look at an alternative courier hut for a second. And is it tall? It is. Let's look at the normal courier hut. So let's go back to default. There we go, default. And storage. And default. And oh, look at this. Wait. Yeah, there isn't a courier attached. Or it's the same one. That's a mistake, I think. There used to be a separate one. So this is default. Okay, so then there's an alternative. This is the alternative. Yeah. There's only one courier now. This is the only courier that there is now, and that's not going to work for us. So we can't have, I don't think I'm going to have a because even if we brought it down to the ground here, it's definitely not out of the water, having it right here. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? I'd have to build it because it's not meant to be built underwater. But it might be curious as a completely different look, completely different view. So we've got this area here, there's that place for someone to sleep, and it's just a single courier, so it's not like a logistics center. And that's all there is, unless the mega hall. Nope, that's it. So she intended for couriers to probably be at the ends of the warehouse. Let's look at the warehouse and see if there are couriers. Yeah, it's a monster, and we knew that. And this is why we were trying to just have a smaller version. Because we don't, yeah, we kind of could use it, but we don't really need that size. We've already got the other three. So, and I don't see couriers attached to it. So let's X for a second. So I've got, we could do Arcology. We could do Arcology. There's no question that Arcology will do it. And what we could do is have it be down and right here in this part where it goes this way, right? Oh, hold on. Where it goes right in between these two. We could put it right here. And I like the idea of that. So let's try Arcology. Yes. Let's try Arcology and have it be right underneath the platform right there. So it's like her place. She is running the building and she has a place to work out of. So let's find Arcology. Nope, it's not putting it in. Capital A, R, and there we go. Okay, and crafts, storage, courier, level 5. And sorry, I had to cough, and there it is. So this is it. That's a level 5 right there. So if we put it in so that she is facing this way, and let's look for where that is. Look where it would fit in. Let's come to here. And let's push here until I can see the ground where this would be. So let's take this for just a minute and cut through so I can put this in the right place. So let's come here. And I think I'd like to have it be in this location, and let's see what that means, because that's the ground right there and we're underneath. And let me walk through here for a second so that I can see what it looks like. So it's too big to fit there like that. So that means that we could either, let's close that up for a second. I like the idea of them being able to come through here and it being right here, but it's not going to work. It's not at the right point to make any sense. So I would say no. So I'm going to say no to that. So let's close this up. Close this up. You want to close it up from here? Okay, fine. And there's the water running out. And then let's go back out and let's look at the other place where we can put this, which is behind in this area right here. So see, behind this is the cookery right there. We could snug it into this section right in here and have it be connected to this walkway, to this window right here. So that's X, and let's come here and let's do storage, courier, and where is it? Why don't there we go. And level 5, just so that I have the whole stony thing. And we definitely want it facing this way. And then on the inside of here, let's go in for a second so that we can get the floors to line up. So we'll go in. Whoosh. And then we'll have to wait for our eyesight to come back a little bit. There we go. That's more like it. So we're talking about something being right here like this. And bringing it down, and there it is. Now that's there, which means that we have more than enough room to get this to have a little bit more space. And I actually like that. We could actually do one here and one at this corner, although I don't want to mess up that window back here. This window right here, but we can see how much room we have to put another one in, and see how far it goes actually. So we could have one here. Let's bring it over for a minute. Let's turn it this way. Oops. And it's not going. Ah, there it is. So we're talking about having one at this corner right here as well. And this is an Arcology building, this warehouse. So these should fit really nicely into these corners like this. Or we could have it come out one just to give a little bit more room. And let's see what we're talking about. Oops, boop, 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 boop. And so we could have one piece here and one piece here. And connect them? I think so. Let me see. It is not in front of the window. Yay! Yay, team. Now, because I'm doing a level 5 and I'm not really interested in them dying trying to put this in, I'm actually going to go to, I think I could just go ahead and go to the flatland and make this here in order to put it here. And I think I'll do that. So here we are. We can come back into here. And before I go to the flatland to do that, there were, do I want to collect some things, or should I just go ahead and let it be? Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom. Okay. We need an armor stand here for the suit for the diver who's going to go out to that scrub, and with the packages. And back here where we want this to be, we can have two made out of concrete rather than made out of stone, and that'll save us a lot of time. So let's do that. These pieces right here, we just haven't continued. We just haven't decided what we wanted to do with this area. If anything, see this up here, we would probably take the floor pieces and put them in that spot.
I actually really enjoy rain.
Well, good. So we're going to get out right here and go to the flatland. And look at that. And here we are, the flat world. And this is where we have all our experimentation. And I do it here in case I make a mistake or in case I need extra room for things. I don't like doing it actually in the world. And I don't know how we are getting these people at the tavern. I could break it, and that would solve that problem. That we're actually getting real people here. Let's go inside up here And let's go down in here. And let's break the tavern. I don't like that this is not a real city. I don't like that. So if I break this, do I need some indication? Nah, I don't. I have it already. See, and that makes them go away right away. I don't like them. It's like I've abandoned them in this strange, horrible place. And so yeah, so I don't want that. Okay. Where do we have room? We could do it right here. And this is what we have to come back to. So see, we have 1 and 2 done. We haven't done 3, 4, 5, and we haven't done the guard towers. And what we haven't done is put this underneath. Either put this underneath or bring this up to the bottom of the house, which I think is simpler. I think that's what we did with these. See how the dark one is down there, but we just brought it up to the base of the house. And so we still have that to do so we can get the level 3s built. But we're not going to do these because they're not meant to be built underwater. So switch and let's get Arcology, Arcology. Select Blocky Universe and let's go to Crafts and Storage and Courier Hut, level 5. So there it is right there. And let us build it. Construct it. Wait, let me make sure it is far enough away. Why don't we bring it? Yeah, this is okay. Let's bring it over a little bit closer here so that we have a little bit of running room in that area. Okay, and let's build it. Whoa! Whoa! That was loud. How did we get that? Wow. How did we get that explosion so perfect? Okay, and then let's X this and let's get some scan tools. So here, the scan tool is for the Birch Residence 1 and 2 that's already done. This is the tavern, and these are ones that haven't been used yet. And so let's bring them down for a second, one of these, and we can scan. How do I want to do it? Let's remove that one, and that's on that side, and then let's remove this one here, and we'll put in this right here and this here. So that means we only have to put in 2 blocks instead of replacing every single thing. And let's do this. That's position number 2. Yep. And then right here is position number 1. Oh, I didn't do it right. Position number 1. There's position number 1. And then position number 2. And there's both of them together. And so now we can just be right here, pointed at the sky, and look at the resources. So mossy stone stairs we're going to replace with white concrete. We might have to make them in order to have it. Yes, we do. Okay. So we're going to have to make stairs and possibly slab for those parts. So stair, Let's get a cutter and some white concrete. So let's come here, let's come here, let's come here, cutter and concrete. And there's white. So we'll take a few pieces and then put the cutter down. And let's go to stair right here. Put this in. And so now we'll have one of these on us. And slab, we'll have one of these. And now let's look at the tag and show, and let's go to replace, and let's put stair. And let's see if it shows us the white concrete. It should. Let's see if I can do it like this. White, CRATE, and there it is. And so that is what we want. Select, and it will change it in a minute. The spruce stairs, which is the furniture, I think we'll leave it. Leave the spruce stairs. The beige stone brick, we usually leave those, so we'll leave that also. And air, no. Lantern, no. Beige stone brick, no. This is what we're looking for. Replace this with white concrete. White concrete. This is jiggling. Hold on. Let me tighten that. White concrete. Select and put right there. And let me see if it replaced the stairs. It didn't. Let's see if it actually replaced the stairs. It did. And it replaced the mossy already. So it did replace them. It just isn't showing in these right at the moment. So let's show resources. That one did. Let's do this one again. This is spruce stairs. I don't want to replace those. So it did replace. Cracked, replace with white concrete. So why am I doing this? This just seems as long as just going ahead and building it and then trading out stone by stone, but I'm going to do 2 of them. So this is going to be better. Plus, I'll have it for the future in case I do more of this kind of thing. So white concrete here, and that one is gone. Stone brick stairs. Okay. Let's do those also. Show resources. Stone brick stairs. Replace with white concrete stair. And select and select. And that should have replaced that. And then stone bricks right here, replace with, wait, yes, CRATE, cement, CRATE, white concrete, select, select. So I think we've replaced everything except the furniture and the floor. Now, these buildings are usually yellow. See the warehouse down there? So these are yellow buildings. So let's get some yellow concrete. Yellow wool. W. Concrete. Yellow concrete. And let's come here and let's go 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I think we'll leave the rest. We don't need this part. We'll take that out. We could keep the chair, but I think I'm going to take it out because we actually will probably use modded furniture, but I need at least one of those to be there so that I have an idea. And I have that part. Now the glass. So we'll glass in. And the warehouse. The warehouse glass was just regular glass, wasn't it? I think it was. So what do we want to do about that? We could do glass stairs, but it'd still be a hole. So we won't be able to have those. And this is this side. Oh, we could bring it out farther, couldn't we? Couldn't we make it, bring the building out? Put the glass out to here and bring the building out one. I think I'd like to just bring the building out one in these corners. Means they would have to have this underneath on these sides right here, and on top, the block on top on this part right here. This is the let's leave these two open and see what I want to do about connecting them. See if I want to connect like 3 of them together or something like that. If that's open, then I could do that. And so this is what it looks like so far. And then we'll pull out the glass here so that there's some more room right in these spots right here. Careful, we don't want to hit the hut block. And then the hut block is right there. I'm going to take these away. We'll see what we want to do with the hut block because it's sitting in the middle of the floor. We'll see how we want to put stuff there. We might put like other crates and stuff around it and then have the desk someplace else. And I think I might like that. And let's take this one off. And I think that's everything that we need. And we're good to go. So, now that we have this, we can rescan. Do we want the glass to come to the sides or just be here? So all these decisions, but these are the decisions that I would make if I was doing this. And I don't want to put too much into it. I just want there to be a place where they can come to. And if we put 2 of these together, we might be able to put a little corridor here for a desk. And I think I like the idea of that. And round the corner of it, because it's going to be 2 and then that corner piece. So we'll see what we want to do with that. So we've got this part. And now it's probably let's rescan it now. So we're going to do one here. Let's come down. I don't think we can. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so we can just make this go away. There we go. Now we can rescan. Okay, there's the top. And there's the second. And what we have is a courier. Oh, this is what happens when you play by yourself. It really is. And I know I should read. I do watch some. I haven't watched in a while because I've been streaming, but I do watch other people make things and stuff. But this stuff, I've kind of been. I had some help from Mixessa in the during 19. And that is where I got to kind of learn a little bit of how this works. You can kind of watch the Minecolonies team on Twitch, and then you get some idea. However, the naming is the thing that's weird. So I've got this. I'm going to escape for a second, go over to here. And let's go to Monster to Mermaid package. And there we are. And let's look. I would prefer it to be, there's a warehouse there. And what is this? That was something that we did some things with. I don't want it to be a part of this. So let's go back. Go back to Monster to Mermaid. And let's look at one of the others. Wow. Just so easy to suddenly be... In case you wonder how little old witches get the way they are. They're poured over something. Poured over reading, little old men and women poured over reading and doing stuff. Let's make this go away. And let's touch down again and let's go to the pack and look at just putting this somewhere for now. So Monster to Mermaid, or we can go to M2M, where there are fundamentals, tavern, and there's stuff here. Decorations, we have 2 different decoration pieces, and here, and do warehouse, which is a part of when we look at other things like tropical here, crafts. This is part of crafts. Storage is what this would be, and it would be courier. So going to Monster to Mermaid. So let's go back to switch to Monster to Mermaid and just look. And there we are. And let's go into M2M. M2M. and then dot could be a courier, and 5. And that's what I'm doing. Eventually, I'll have to rename them all, but I think that's what I need to do. So M2M slash yeah, I don't want to do let's go back. Let's X. Let's go to here. No. Yep, I just changed the numbers. Hold on. Okay, so let's X. Did you see that? Hold on. Okay, so one here and one here, and then come out here, and we can see all the pieces that we put in, all the white and all the beige. And where's the orange? Is it not going to put the yellow in? Hold on. Is it not going to put the yellow in? Hold on. Show resources. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right. And show resources. And show resources. Okay. And then go M to M slash dot slash courier IER 5. Let's see if that's enough to make it a thing. So save it. And now let's see if we can find it. Let's first of all move this so that I don't make the mistake of trying to click on it again. Let's come to here, and there it is. So what's it called? How do I find it? So we're in M2M dot, and there it is. Okay. It's actually there. Yay. So we don't even have to make it. Oh wait, there's no glass. Why isn't there any glass? Oh, but wait, why isn't there any? Oh, see, this is why you have to check. You know what I did, don't you? You definitely do. Okay, so we need to make it again, and we'll come here. We're just going to redo the numbers on it. So let's come here, and let's move this out to here on this side, and on this side move this out to here, and that should give us both. That should give us the new number. So let's come here and do this one, and come here and do this one. And now let's look and see if there's glass. I didn't even notice that there wasn't any glass. Now there's glass, and now it has the same name, and now it is a blueprint. And now let's put it back up again, and let's come here to this, and let's move it over here so we can see. And sure enough, there's the whole thing. So we don't even have to make it. It's all there the way we want it to be. And let's X. So that one's done. Let's put some of these away. We can put this one away. These are the Dark Oak Guard Tower pieces. And then these are the supply ship, and these are the steampunk restaurant. Do I need them if I already have everything? I guess I really don't need them. I do need, these towers are the ones that I'm redoing. So yeah, so let's make that go away. And let's just redo these pieces here. So we have already done the residence 1 and 2. And we still need, and the tavern, we don't need any more. The sponge we can put over here. Let's put these things here, this here, and we can make all this other stuff go away for right now. And we need that. So these scan tools are empty. This is the courier, the new courier. This is glass. We don't need it. I'm gonna let it go. All right, because I need this birch residence and I need the dark oak residences. And I could have just taken and done done a new scan, which is what I want to do here. So in this area where this is, see all this part right here? As underneath right here, if we bring it up to this edge right here, that's all we want, is that part. And so on this side, I don't care that it cuts off that part. So on this side, we do want this one. But on this side, we only want one that's coming out from right here. This is as low as this is going to get now. And let's bring this over to this corner because we do want all of, we have to have the rest of the buildings. So we have to have this corner come up at least to here so that I can connect it. So let's look at this right here and see if that will connect. Is that out far enough? Yes. So, and one there. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 1 and 1. So right here, this is the bottom right there. So that I know that. And this piece right here. And this is the level 3. This is the level 3 of the dark oak. So let us do this. And I did make a mistake that I didn't save the, I should have just saved them. This is why I don't do that. Because now I'm saying, I could have just gone ahead and did what I did with the other one and then just rescanned it with the new piece. But now what I'll have to do is go to the pack and let's look and see where these are. And remember, I think they, oops, monster. I think they are in the M2M. So let's come back here. Let's come here. I think they are here. And they're in fundamentals? No, they're not here. They're here. Fundamentals, residence? No. I don't know why I have a problem with this. Here they are. So this is the birch tree one here. And let's go back. And then this is, let's go back to residence. And this is the dark oak residence. And this birch tree is the wrong one. This birch tree, this dark oak is correct. But this is for, and there it is. So I have to do them exactly the same. Otherwise, they're not going to build it. So I did make a mistake. I did actually make a mistake. Wow, look at that. There we go. Why is it doing that? This is new. It's too close to those, and that's what's happening. It's within in that area part there. This is going to be hard. I'm going to have to, I've made it more difficult for myself by erasing the others. That's why I was holding on to them, and I get it now. So I will have to go to, I'll have to get something right now. Let's take this over here where this is the build tool, and let's come here, let's go to here, go to go down here, I think, and scans residents, and there they are. So this is what it says. It says monster to mermaid scans, monster to mermaid scans, /build. That just seems too much. But that's what it's saying, and then I can't read what the rest of it says. I can't read what the rest of it says. So they won't be exactly the same, and they have to be in order for them to build the same piece. Why did I do that? I'm always too quick. My sisters, they get angry at me because I'm always quick like that. That I had it and I didn't need to do anything. But I always think that I do. And, yes, my sisters. And I just blew it, actually. Because I don't have the dark oak. I'd have to put in a new set of dark oak for 1 and 2 and rename them all. And then what do I do at the other end? And there's the air conditioner. Yay! Oh, and I'm after time. Well, this is a cliffhanger, isn't it? I'm after time. And I'm going to have to figure something out about what I did. And so what I think I will be able to do is go into Pitti Hamaalakut and get the original name for the builds, for the modded build, and then do the 3, 4, and 5 of those. And I'll have to, so that will mean going back to the world, and that will have to be the next time, because right now I have commitments. I have to go. Thank you for watching, all of you who are watching. I appreciate it. Thank you for those who will watch later. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. We've been listening to Drone Hands music, and we're going to listen to Vincentius Primus take us out. Enjoy your day. Enjoy watching all the other gamers, and I will see you Thursday. Here we go, the day of Thor. Bye for now, everyone. Bye for now. Bye for now. Where am I? Here I am.